Hello friends, and welcome back to another What I Eat in a Week video. I don't diet, I don't classify food as healthy or unhealthy, I do not track my protein, I do not pay attention to healthy fat, good fat. Somebody who preaches intuitive eating and anti-diet culture, which means that I listen to my body, but I hope that you can sit back and enjoy this video. Hello friends, and happy Tuesday, and welcome to the first day of this What I Eat in a Week video. As you guys know, on weekdays, I keep things easy, simple, try not to stress myself out too much. Because today we are going to be making a classic, which is going to be some scrambled eggs with an English muffin. Y'all know me and my smoothies, so while the English muffin is toasting, I'm going to make one for Andrew and I today. This yogurt, by the way, is so freaking bomb. Would highly recommend this. And we've also had the raspberry flavor. Both of them are incredible. Delicious, and it's really gonna hit that spot with what I've been craving, so yum. Also, using mango nectar in smoothies is possibly the best combination ever. This is so good. You might hear Andrew's show in the basement, but my day has been literally bananas. I just got back from walking the dogs and I have a lot of work still ahead of me. But for lunch, I made myself one of these meals that is from like a meal delivery service because we really don't have a lot of time for lunch. And this is a sun-dried tomato pasta with chicken and green beans, and that is what's on the menu for right now. And I will say that this looks pretty dang good. We are in my pantry. I just finished my lunch and I want a lunch dessert. Am I hungry? No. Do you always have to be hungry to eat? Also no. You can eat for taste hunger because you want a little something sweet, and that's okay. In my last grocery haul, these cookies, I love them. I'm obsessed with them. So I think I'm gonna have one of these for my little desserts. I have to go upstairs and work on some client plans, and then I also need to edit a YouTube video. So it's gonna be a long afternoon / evening for me, but got my cookie. Let's do this damn thing. Literally heaven. So good. A little hack, I cut off the top of these little salad bags and then I just use it as a little tie to tie up the bag. I usually don't break it like that though.
Doesn't matter because I'm going to take a nap.
The best cheese. Every time I grate cheese, he comes around.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
John Ralphio? Gone to take his son.
So Andrew's actually making dinner tonight. He's going to make us some tacos, but I decided to do some of the chopping and prep work just because he's had a very busy day and I just want to make life a little bit easier for him. So he's gonna make the meats and everything like that. I chopped up some lettuce, some red onion, and I grated some sharp cheddar cheese. We love a good soft tortilla kind of moment, and these are the tortillas that we're gonna be using today. And then I'm also gonna add some salsa and sour cream on the tacos later, but that's it for now. Also, I'm reading A Darker Shade of Magic right now by V.E. Schwab. It is so freaking good. I don't know why I've waited so long to read it, but I'm gonna read as Andrew makes some dinner, and I'm also going to have some of this Limonada San Pellegrino, which is like a sparkling lemonade. Really tasty. Hello friends, my eyes are red and swollen because I've been crying. I'm fine. I really am fine.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
As many of you know, I have ADHD, and with ADHD, there comes some trying times as well where I get very overstimulated for things that really should not overstimulate me, and like I get very frustrated and very angry and things like that, and I've just been having a very frustrated, angry kind of day. And my period is coming up soon too, so I feel like I'm just PMSing and I'm not being myself, and I don't like it when I feel that way. And so my response is to cry, and I've cried it all out. I feel a lot better. We ate dinner. I'll put a little video of the taco over here, and it was really, really delicious. Andrew always makes taco meat so good and tasty. And with it, we also had some Tostito chips. But I'm gonna go upstairs and continue reading my book before I go to bed for tonight. But I am feeling a little bit snacky. I'm in the mood. I don't know if this is gonna be the last thing I eat. I don't know if I'm gonna come back. I haven't decided yet, but I'm gonna start with one of these Twizzlers. These are like the cherry pull and peel Twizzlers. They're so good. A lot of people pull the strings. I bite it. Little dessert, little something. Good morning, friends, and happy Wednesday. As you already saw, I got up this morning and I made some of my chocolate chip cookies. I will link the recipe in the description down below. I swear they are the best chocolate chip cookies. I might be a little bit biased, but everyone who I've made them for just enjoys them so much. Andrew's friends are coming over today for a little game night, and I always like to make a little something whenever we have guests over, so I made some of those and I just popped them in the freezer. And now for my breakfast, I'm gonna make something super quick and easy. I'm gonna take some of this sourdough toast, toast it up, and then I'm gonna add some cream cheese, some salmon, and some red onion because that sounds so good this morning. The best hummus. I showed this in my last grocery haul. So this is breakfast for today. We have the toast, and then I cut up some cucumbers with hummus. So tasty, so good. And I have some back-to-back calls this morning, so this is going to nourish me throughout those and make sure that I have a nice full tummy, because you should not be going without breakfast or going without food before you go to school or work or anything like that, okay? You need to eat. Cheers. That's hitting the spot. I also made myself a very quick hazelnut latte that I'm gonna bring upstairs with me for my first client calls. Also, I do still have a couple of spots available if you are looking for recovery counseling of any kind. I'm gonna leave the link to my website in my description down below, and feel free to send me an inquiry through my website if you're interested. I've not really been super hungry for whatever reason today, which is fine. I have hungrier days, I have less hungry days. That is normal, a normal human experience. But I do need a little something. So I'm having a Nutri-Grain bar right now, and I have a long night ahead of me, so I'm also having an energy drink. This is the Rockstar that is in the green apple flavor. I don't drink energy drinks very often at all. I think that the very first time I had one, I think was last year when I was, maybe it was 25 or 26 was the first time I had one, outside of like a sip of a Red Bull when I was in college or whatever, or university as we say over here. But that is my little snack for right now, and usually when I'm not feeling that hungry, my hunger really picks up in the evening, which is fine. I'm just excited for when it comes and when I get to listen to my body and eat some yummy things later, but that's what we're doing right now. You guys, the rain and wind outside is crazy. Harley gets so scared and so nervous, so I'm gonna film this segment really quickly and then go and cuddle him because this little baby gets so anxious when there are storms. Andrew is having some friends over, and so they ordered some pizza, and so I went downstairs and got me some. And so I have a piece of all dressed pizza, this pan pizza with onions and cheese, which is probably my favorite. And then this is a slice of sausage, onion, and jalapeno pizza. And then Andrew knows I love dips, I love sauces. And so he picked up this garlic sauce for me that I'm gonna eat the pizza with. But that is what I'm doing right now. I love pizza.
I'm in love. I'm having a relationship with my pizza.
Hello friends, it is a bit later and I had many more slices of pizza because I was a very hungry gal. As I mentioned, this afternoon I just really was not hungry, wasn't feeling it much at all. And then in the evening I was a lot hungrier and I just responded to my body, and I'm so happy and so grateful to be at this place with food and just to like not second guess anything, to not feel guilt, to eat what I want, to listen to my body. It just oh, it just feels so good. And I am somebody who had the worst relationship with herself and food. So if I could do it, you can too, okay? But I'm having one of the cookies that I made earlier today. Look at how good this looks. But I was feeling like a sweet treat, so. Oh, my light just went off. I'm using my closet lighting, but. Oh my God. I swear, the best cookie ever. Oh my God. The wind is literally insane. I just had more pizza, as you saw, and I'm just in a snacky mood. So I'm having some Maltesers now as like a little before bed snack. It is 6:30 in the morning. I've had like the worst sleep possible. I think that's because I didn't take my usual sleeping aid because I forgot, and then when I remembered it would be too late to take it. But I'm just snacking on a cookie this morning because I want one. So hello friends, it is a little bit later. Earlier this morning, I walked the dogs and I also had a slice of pizza that I forgot to film, but I am ready for breakfast numero deux. That was horrible. And I'm feeling like a warm kind of yogurt bowl. And so I'm gonna make a blueberry compote, put it on top of yogurt, and maybe like sprinkle some granola on top. So that is the vision. Let's see how it comes out. So I'm just gonna take a pot and I'm gonna put this on medium heat. I'm gonna use frozen blueberries because I think that they make like the best kind of sauce. So the blueberries, they're already sizzling a little bit. I'm gonna add some lemon juice. And I'm also going to add a nice glug of maple syrup. I'm gonna lower the temperature and let these sit for a little bit while we get our yogurt ready. Look at how cute this little goose bowl is. I'm using that banana yogurt that I showed you when I made my smoothie earlier this week. I think banana yogurt has to be my favorite flavor. It's just so freaking tasty. I've got the blueberries and I'm gonna put those on top as well. The juice too. This is beautiful, but it also stains clothing, so be careful. Also, can we just take a moment? The dogs are so tired from their walks this morning.
I'm going to take a nap.
This already looks so delicious, but I am going to add some of this peanut butter granola on top as well. Look at how good this looks. Oh my God, I love the color of blueberries so much. They're just so freaking pretty, pink, purple, beautiful. But like everything in life, it's not about looks. So let's see if it tastes good as well. That is so damn good. I'm doing some preparation for lunch right now because I'm in back-to-back calls today until 5:30 p.m. So I am not gonna have time to put together lunch at all. And I've really been craving like a Greek salad with like a quinoa kind of mixed in. So I'm prepping my quinoa right now. I'm just boiling it with some water, and I also added a chicken bouillon cube. And I'm also gonna chop up all of the vegetables very, very quickly as well. So at lunchtime, I'll just have to add the cheese, the quinoa, and the dressing. So it'll only take me like 5 minutes and I'll have 10 minutes to gobble it up. The quinoa is still cooking, but it probably needs like another 5-10 minutes. And all of the veg is chopped up. Don't these colors just look so incredibly pretty? I love it. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge and then lunch will be super easy to put together later. Made myself a vanilla latte. The dogs are eating their breakfast. Everyone's having a good time. Hey buddy. I've got 5 minutes to put together that lunch that I made before, so let's do it. I've got the salad ingredients here. It's just gonna be easier to mix in a big bowl. I'm gonna add in that quinoa that I made this morning. Some feta cheese that I'm gonna crumble in there. For the dressing, I'm gonna do lots of olive oil.
Bit of olive oil. Generous amount of olive oil. A little bit more olive oil. I'll finish off with olive oil. It just gives it that Mediterranean.
Some red wine vinegar. Some onion salt. Cracked black pepper. I have this herbed salad kit. This herbed like salad seasoning, which is just a bunch of different kinds of herbs. There's really not much in there. A little taste test of everything to see if I need to add anything to spice it up. It's perfect, it's so good. But this is going to be lunch for today. I'm just gonna bring the whole bowl upstairs and eat whatever I want because this saves in the fridge too. But yes, a delicious lunch. I'm having a little snack plate. I've got a cucumber, some goldfish, some honey roasted almonds, and a chocolate chip cookie. It might not be the prettiest, but tonight for dinner we are having leftover tacos, but tonight I chose to have them in a hard shell versus the tortilla, but this is dinner for tonight. Hello friends, dinner was incredible. I chowed down on so many tacos and they were just wonderful. I'm really tired. I got up early. I didn't sleep well. So I'm having some Maltesers and then I'm gonna call it a night and go to bed, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for breakfast. Happy Friday, friends. I hope everybody is having an incredible day. But today I made like a 5-minute breakfast for myself. I just have some sourdough toast that I added some sharp cheddar cheese on top and then some canned pineapple on the side because that's what I had. Breakfast for today. Cheese and toast is just so good. For lunch today, I need something really quick. So I took one of those Factor meals, and this is an herb crusted chicken with some potatoes. And then these are green beans. And in there are some sliced almonds as well. Hey besties, I feel like we have not spoken all day. And that's because I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Fridays are always very busy for me. I had lots of client calls and they all went really well. And then I clean my house almost every single Friday so I can just relax on the weekend.
Okay. It's ready. Come on.
What's ready?
Just come.
I spent a good 4.5 hours doing that, and your girl is tired. And I'm gonna do a little bit of prep work for dinner right now so that later it is easy peasy. And I've been dreaming about making these steak sandwiches all week, but I just have not like wanted to put in the time to make it, you know? But today, it's Friday, I don't work tomorrow. So why not? Might as well. These are gonna be steak sandwiches. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is marinate the steak. It's gonna be super simple because I'm just gonna toss them in the pan, but I'm gonna put some oil and spices on that right now. I always have to give it the sniff test, you know? I'm using fondue beef, so it's like just very thin strips of steak. Mr. Tabasco right here wants the steak so badly. I also had a latte today and also a can of ginger ale. I love a cold soda after I clean the house. It just hits different. Steak is in there. I've never made sandwiches like this before, and I'm not following a recipe or anything, so I'm just gonna eyeball it and wing it and see how it goes, like I do with most of my cooking. But we're gonna do some olive oil.
Generous amount of olive oil.
Some salt. I'm not gonna go crazy with the seasonings because there's gonna be lots of different components. Well, a couple different components to the sandwich. Some cracked black pepper. And lastly, I'm just gonna do some garlic powder. So there we go, it's nice and ready to fry up soon. If there's one thing that I like in a sandwich, it's a caramelized onion. So I'm gonna chop this up and start caramelizing that because it takes a little while. The way to get the best caramelized onions is low and slow. If you cook them too high, you're gonna get like crispy onions when you want them to be soft and buttery. I cook mine with a little bit of butter because I find it's easier to caramelize, but do you, boo, do you. Onions, just like spinach, they shrink like crazy, so don't be afraid to make more than what you think you need. But this is going to be basically enough for 2 sandwiches. I love onions, okay? And this little chunk of butter in there. And I'm just kind of let them sweat, do their own thing. For the sandwiches themselves, I'm using these ciabatta rolls, squares, whatever you want to call them. I showed you guys in my last what I eat in a day video how I made this garlic butter, but I have it sitting in my fridge. So I'm gonna butter these up here, and I'm going to do a light layer on both sides. Again, this is just like all of my cravings in one, so we will see how it turns out. For the cheese today, we're going to do some provolone. Yum, these are going to be ready to go in the oven in like 10-15 minutes. These onions already smell so freaking good, but they probably need another 15-20 minutes or so. So as a side today, we are going to be doing French fries. So those are preheating in the air fryer right now. And I'm going to make a honey mustard sauce for the sandwiches. Super simple, I've showed it on my channel before, but we're gonna make it right now. Mayo, some yellow mustard, and some honey. Typically I'd add a little bit of Dijon in here as well, but I am out. There we go, quick sauce. And while dinner's cooking, I'm just snacking on some cucumbers. That was a weird bite. I accidentally burnt my caramelized onion because I think when I preheated my oven, I accidentally touched the stovetop and put the temperature much higher than it was supposed to be. So we're gonna have crispy onions instead of caramelized onions apparently. Bread's going in. Look how cheesy this is. Delicious. I'm gonna put some sauce on there. This is going to be really, really messy to eat, but c'est la vie. This is what I salvaged of the onions. Some spinach. My hands are clean. You're also not eating this food, but the steak. Can we just take a moment and appreciate that? Beautiful. Oh my God, I am so freaking excited. I like pickles, but Andrew doesn't, so I've got that on my plate, but we gotta taste test this together. Again, another little close up because why the heck not? Let's see how this ends up being. Wow. I think this is actually one of the best sandwiches I've ever made. 10 on 10, highly recommend. The garlic, the mustard. Wow. I'm so impressed with myself. We're gonna watch Jack Ryan eat dinner and I'll see you later. Oh my God. It is midnight on a Friday and I'm having dessert. Maple donut. We got like a dozen donuts for friends who were staying over last weekend. I was gonna say a couple weeks ago. It was last weekend, but we were just 2 people and we couldn't finish all of the leftovers, so we just put them in the freezer. But this is my dessert that I'm having at midnight because your body is not a clock. You don't have to eat at the same time every day. Time is like a man-made, human-made concept anyway. And nothing bad's gonna happen to me. I'm gonna be just fine. Okay, I'm gonna be just fine. And this is just a reminder that having freedom around food is just so freaking peaceful and so possible. I love a maple donut. Good morning and happy Saturday. For breakfast this morning, I'm having leftover pizza because we're still working through it. And pizza for breakfast just hits so different every single time. This is a jalapeno onion and sausage pizza. Bon appetit to me. On this Saturday, I plan to stay in my pajamas all day, relax, watch TV, just chill. But it is lunchtime, and for lunch, I'm gonna make something quick and easy because I really don't wanna do too much cooking. I'm gonna make a tuna melt, which one of my favorites, I love it. I'm actually gonna use some sourdough, but I'm gonna toast it up first because there's nothing that I hate more than like a soggy tuna melt. You know, I want it crispy on the bottom, cheesy, delicious. So I'm gonna toast up 2 pieces and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have some slices of bread lightly toasted. This tuna, if you've never tried it, is so good. It's like sweet and spicy at the same time. Would highly recommend, but I've had this sitting in my pantry for a while, so I'm gonna use this. I know that this looks like cat food, but so be it. Ew. I feel like the ugliest looking foods are always like the tastiest, you know? For the cheese, we're gonna be using mozzarella. I'm gonna stick this in the oven for around 15 minutes or so, and it's gonna be nice and crispy. It's gonna be so good. Lunch just came out of the oven. It smells so good. I put some parsley flakes on top just for a little something something. I'm also drinking this sparkling lemonade. So good, a little bit tart, which I like. But this just smells so freaking good. I was reading my book. I'm planning on going back to read it, but while I munch on this, I think I'm gonna watch The Traitors. I love that show. I'm watching the UK version right now. Amazing. And even though I'm gonna be resting all day today, I still deserve to eat. I don't have to alter my food. I still get to listen to my body. And that's because food is not something that is earned, ever.
And a little question for you.
So I'm gonna make a little dessert snack to have later. So I have a cookie sheet that I put some tin foil on, and I'm gonna scoop out some of this yogurt, the banana one. And then I'm just going to spread it on the sheets. I'm just gonna grab some frozen fruit. And today I'm gonna use some frozen strawberries. And I'm also gonna throw some frozen blueberries on there as well. I put some Nutella in a Ziploc bag and I cut the end, so I'm just gonna like swirl this on top. Oh my god, I probably should have cut a bigger hole, but this already smells really good, but I'm gonna put it in the freezer for like at least 45 minutes or so. Andrew got his burgers for dinner. And we also have some poutine as well. It was a 2-for-1 deal, so gotta save some money as well. I don't even know where to start. Hello friends, it is the next morning and we did not get a chance to try that yogurt bark that I made yesterday. I was very full after dinner yesterday and just went to bed. But let's try it this morning before I say goodbye in this video. This is what it's looking like. Pretty good if I do say so myself. Another thing that would make this so good is if you mix peanut butter with the banana ice cream. I think that that would be delicious. But let's break a little piece off. Delicious, and see what we think. I have seen so many variations of like yogurt bark online, but this is the first time I'm making it myself. So let's see what I think. I really like that. It's refreshing. I don't know if you guys grew up with tubes, the yogurt. I'll put a little picture of what those look like right here. When we were kids, we would put those in the freezer and have them as like little popsicles. And this reminds me of like a bougie version of that. But I am gonna make this again. I really love this combination. I might try something different. If you make some yogurt bark, then let me know what flavor combinations you would do in the comments down below. But that is going to be it for this What I Eat in a Week video. I hope you enjoyed and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye friends.